my manager told me you'll never amount to nothing bigger than being here in this changing room. And that is the one thing that stuck with me. It actually broke me. David Dean, he's one of the founders of the Premier League. I have his number in my phone. Like,
Don Robbie, you're a boss, so you gotta be nice.
I have to be 9. Man are talking up the team.
Yeah.
But then,
not level.
Not level.
So would you sign for them then? What are you looking round for, boy? Look, the camera's there, you know where the camera is.
I'm gonna say there's conversations being had.
Ooh. What's going on, people, and welcome back to Rootz TV. And look, I've got my man Cecil G in the house.
Man, good to see you.
Couldn't pick anywhere better, so we had to settle for this place.
I only learned you're a Newcastle fan today, but...
Keep that quiet,
My bad. So I didn't want to expose
you. Know, this is North London, right?
Yeah, but you're all right, man. You're all right here. Don't worry. It's all right, man. We can look after you around here.
I hope so. But yeah, man, how you been though, bro?
Good. Busy, but that's not something to complain about. Just been very busy. Obviously, the season's just finished. The season takes up a lot of my time, but since it's finished, we've still been doing a lot of other work. But very grateful. Trying to still work on my work-life balance, which has never been good. But I'm feeling all right. I'm glad to be on your channel, and you know, following you and being with you and seeing your stuff for a long time. So it's a pleasure to be here, man.
Thank you, man. And yeah, look, we're outside the Emirates. We're not going to talk about pro, but we're going to talk about grassroots football, man.
Lovely.
You know, you talk about Sunday League football, but before we get into that, I've got a little game for you. Yeah?
Okay, a game.
So,
I didn't see this coming.
Yeah. Brought to you by Drip Socks, okay? It's called Put a Sock in It.
What, the man, what? We're giving out gifts as well?
I don't know gifts, but I got a little game.
Okay, so I want no prize at the game.
It's just a prize to be next to me. What about that?
Okay. No, I'll take it. Go on.
So the game is basically you take a situation from the sock, and then you got to say if you should put a sock in it. Basically, it's a scenario situation from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Wait, who? What? No one won these now, because I don't know about
no. These are
in worn socks, bro. I didn't start to this for today.
You saw the zip.
Yeah, so they're fresh.
Yeah, they're fresh.
Say that.
Unworn. Okay,
cool.
So again, if you agree, then it's fine. But if you don't agree, just say put a sock in it. Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
Okay.
So
this is mad. Into the no one's on these, huh?
No, I'm sure.
It's cool.
like Mankind.
Yeah, classic WWE.
Yeah.
Mr. Socko and that. All right, let's do. Oh, there's a lot. I feel there's a lot of statements in there.
There's a few.
Jeez. Scrapping FA Cup replays.
What's your thoughts on that? Put a sock in it or? No? Because again, for the lower league teams, like the non-league teams.
Yeah, I think it's good for them. I think it's good for them having a replay, because sometimes then you get to play it a bit less. I'm going from the player perspective. It's hard for me. Sometimes I go from the fan perspective, sometimes I go from the player perspective. As a player, like, if you draw a big team and it's at your ground, it's cool, you play against the big players, but you really want to have the big day out at the stadium.
Exactly.
Like, I remember when, just before I signed at Crawley Town, they went against Man United in the Cup, and we all went up there to Old Trafford, and like, that was mad. Like,
it's like
that was
in the big time.
Yeah, that was me as an academy player. Like, that is for them, and for the players I know was massive for them. So I think the replays, as much as it's more games and it means more games for the fans and certain players at the top level, they're sick of playing more fixtures. My heart is also with the lower players and the lower teams, that, you know, that their big day out is going to those big stadiums. So
you're telling the powers that be to put a sock in it then, basically?
Yeah, not to stop replays, keep it. So yeah. So put a sock in it, don't scrap it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a scrappy, Put a sock in it, no, keep them.
Cool.
Keep them. Next one,
man.
There's one right at the top, but I don't know if I should grab that one, because you know, let me just get the top one.
Go for it.
Let's just get the top one. Big one.
Oh, I see it.
This is why I knew this was at the top. This is a setup. No, listen.
Go on, read it out, go on.
Arsene Wenger changing the offside rule.
And now Jose was a bit, you saw about the Champions League final.
Yeah, it was a bit funny about it. I just think, I think it works. I think you keep it. My main thing was the VAR situation. I know Arsene Wenger, I think he's saying give the benefit of the doubt to the attacker, I believe is what they were going for. I think that's one of the rules that he wanted. And I agree, as a striker as well.
Go on.
I do agree with that.
You want to tell your legend?
Yeah.
Other managers put a sock in it or not? There's people around you, know.
Yeah, no, Wenger's my guy, man.
You can whisper it, it's fine.
Arsene Wenger changing the offside rule.
You telling him to put a sock in it?
I want the benefit to go to the attacker though. So if that means putting a sock in it, then I guess it's putting a sock in it. If it means make the benefit.
Go tell the people then.
No, I can't tell Arsene Wenger to put a sock in it. I've got too much respect for the man.
He's gonna see this, you know.
No, I'm not going to tell him that because he's the guy. But I'm going to say it to you and not look at directly down the camera. He should put a sock in it. But I think you should give the attacker the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You'll see more goals. I think it'll make the game more exciting. Yeah. I went to VAR because the VAR we had in the Premier League in the last season was terrible. Yeah. With the fact that the lines, you have to draw the line. That's just bollocks. Man, but I know they're introducing obviously the VAR where it's the 3D person. It's properly done. What they had in the World Cup and what they had in the international tournaments, and it's coming to the Premier League. I think that is good and it'll give you more of a judgment. But yeah, give the benefit of the doubt to the attacker.
Okay.
Right, next one.
Next one, man.
Oh, these grip socks as well, yeah?
Yeah, man.
See, bro, I should take these, man.
I've just got them, man.
All right, fair. I do like the segment as well.
Yeah.
What?
So read it out for the
Heading removed from youth football. So I actually did see this story. I didn't storyline. This article about because young players and there's so much damage that happens to players mentally towards the end of their careers and all of that. But no, they shouldn't be scrapping heading. I'm sorry. And it's youth football. I mean, no. I know they want to get. It may breed a culture of get the ball on the ground, better football, better style of play. I know in Spain, that's what they promote as well, but. Heading is part of the game.
But they're saying it's related to dementia, obviously trying to postpone that as well. But again, if you're doing it at youth level, then you might as well do it at men's level, right? Exactly,
bro. Like it's not going to change it. Like, the longer you have a career, you're still going to head the footballs in the end. Like, it doesn't make sense to scrapping it in a section of your playing career, which I think heading's actually a big part of the game.
Of course.
It adds goals. I don't think youth players, and again, I'm a striker, so I'm biased. I want to be able to head the ball. I want to be able to score goals from my head. It's another way of scoring goals. Like, what? How does it play out then? What? The ball gets crossed into the box, and instead of you're on the line, you're then now having to, like, come on, bruv, like, come on.
And it could result in a goal. You could end up conceding a goal, especially at youth football, and then what? Just because you're not allowed to head the ball.
Bro, ducking out of headers is the thing that infuriates me the most. So and challenges. So that one's outrageous. Put a sock in that. Get rid of that. They have to keep.
You tell him, Cecil, you tell him.
That I'll look down the camera. Heading the ball stays in youth football. Stays throughout the career, man.
Not Arsene Wenger though, alright, cool.
Big up Papa, man. Arsene Wenger's the GOAT. Actually, let me go.
He's going right in.
Yeah,
there's a couple more,
Oh, there's loads of, yo!
No, there's not loads, there's not loads.
What's this one?
You not seen that one?
Cocky masseuses.
Yeah.
No.
You not seen on the overlap? I don't know if we're allowed to mention it.
No, you can mention overlap.
Yeah,
Which can?
The overlap. So again, Roy Keane was going in on masseuses, saying that they basically want to get too involved. When it came to like being on the pitches when they won trophies and stuff, like they're asking, do we get a medal? Do they get bonuses and stuff like that?
That's a madness. No, it's not a mad. I don't know. The only thing that came to my mind was I thought it was a Jose Mourinho thing and the physio there.
Oh no! Yeah. With Viva.
Controversial there. But cocky must. I mean, I don't know how cocky they get. I haven't seen it, but I just think, do you deserve a medal? Do you deserve a bonus?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. There's so much staff in a club.
But you should surely, like, if you're at that level, you can take care of everyone, no?
But it's like
they're meant to be part of the team.
Physios, team doctors, and like team doctors for me are a big part of football clubs. We got rid of ours and gave it to Man United. They've had a lot of injuries. That was a good move. Our team doctor this season has been superb. Yeah. A lot of players have stayed fit. Do they deserve a bonus? Yeah, I think so. The reason why I say I think so is because when teams get relegated, they're the ones that lose. A lot of those lose a job. A lot of the club staff. I'm not going to just go to masseuse. I'm talking about the catering team. So I feel like if it gets to that where you lose your job, then surely you should be rewarded if the club has success and wins, a league or major honour. So. I don't know about a medal though, because that one, I'm sorry, I know that's mad. But no, the medals I think, bonuses, yes, because that's, the club should, off the money they make, they can afford to share it.
Little medal here, little...
But medals there's always a set amount. There's always a set amount. So I feel like to demand a medal...
At grassroots level, they just throw them away, man. They give them out.
Grassroots level they do, but no, in top level, I mean, I've been in CONCACAF major tournaments, so there's only a set amount for club and staff, fair enough, players and staff, but a physio I don't think gets a medal. I think that's too far. Maybe you can request extra medals, but I guess that's down to the confederation if they can do that. I think the medals may be a bit too far, but do you really want a medal? Get the bonus, get the photo in the squad, like with
so get the bag, but not.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Final one.
Last one, even though there's about 20, 50 in here. I should pull them all out. There's like, look, there's three in my hand there. Let's go with this one. Oh, slightly ripped. Introducing blue cards. This is a big conversation last season.
Yeah. Them sin bins there.
Sin bins.
Yeah.
They've implemented it in, I think, in abroad, and I think they've definitely done it in my five-a-side. Because yesterday I played five-a-side yesterday.
Oh, what, you getting a blue card?
Yeah, there was sin bins.
Oh, right.
The blue card, I think, obviously is the next progression, not for me.
You're a good boy.
I'm a jarring player.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get onto that. Don't you?
I'm a jarring player, but I'm a good player. I'm a fair player. But blue card, sin bins.
Yeah.
We had this discussion actually on AFTV because it would bring a dynamic to football that's not been seen, and it will mean like tactical things have to be put into place, like how do you work with a player off the field for a period of time? How do you capitalise on that? So I think it'll bring another dynamic to the game. I think it'll be quite interesting. I'm trying not to be a traditionalist of football. I really am not.
Man. Say how you feel.
No, I'm trying not to be because things are moving and things are happening, things are changing.
Yeah.
And
it keeps more players on the field, right? You know, it's that final warning.
It does, but like I said, it brings an element that we haven't seen, and I think it will allow for more tactical advances. And I like the idea of it. I'm I'm for it. Don't put a sock in it. I think I agree with it. I think they should try and introduce it. But I must say, it does go. I am a traditionalist when it comes to football. I miss the classic Barclays Premier League football where there's just no VAR, no. I am one of those, but I have to try and let that go. Move forward with the times.
All right.
Right.
Fair enough.
Let's get into this.
We're done. Right.
Let me go a little quickly. Sorry, it's my stadium.
Oh God. This is
you
this
know
gap,
what I mean? Yeah, just got.
all the time, innit?
Come on, big up them reps. Anyway, we're gone. Let's go.
Right. Talk to me about playing. So again, you was a bit of a player, still are. Talk to me about your career journey, man. Look, he's getting all
barely. No, I'm holding on. No, I'm not. I'm literally. I'm not a player. I've watched recently.
Yeah.
Lower leagues, like Ishman League and all that, and realised I always thought that I could still do a bit in these leagues. Trust me, like in my head, I was like, and I'm still quite young. I'm in my prime year, really, but like I'm not that player. I played against a team that were non-league, and I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm not who I think I am. And then also I watched big up Crawley Town, my first professional club, my club that's still close to my heart, even though the way I was treated was awful. I went and watched them in their playoffs. I watched them against MK Dons and they beat them 3-0. And that level, I couldn't believe it. And I don't know.
Too good for you, or
bro,
what?
it was quality. And I know that sounds mad because they're in the football league and that, but like, to me, not too long ago, I was training with players. Like, I was training with that level and I was comfortable. Like, to then go and watch them and think, wow, the way that, you know, the speed of the game, the quality of it, I just thought, boy, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. And maybe that's true because I play in a league that I'm very comfortable in, but that's because the league I don't think is as good. But if we go through, like, briefly my story, I mean, I believe I got into football late.
Yeah.
I got into professional football late. I was playing in Surrey at Sunday League level. I don't think I was even the best in my team, but I was a very good player. We had a very good team though. We were like top in our area. But I didn't really understand the pro game. Didn't know nothing about it. I was just playing for fun. I played a lot of sports for fun. I wasn't an inner city kid. And then hit the age of about 14, well, actually 15, and my brothers, Kevin George, Bobby George, and Marvin George, they're my stepbrothers. But Kevin played professionally at Charlton. Played with a lot of players that, you know, are known today. Rio Ferdinand's. He played against Joe Coles and those sort of players. Bobby, the other brother, played a lot of non-league. He played the non-league circuit.
Kevin George is your brother?
That's my brother, yeah.
No way.
Kevin George, yeah.
When I first started Rootz TV, I interviewed him, man.
Is it, yeah?
Ages. I didn't know, dude.
Yeah, that was my bro. I wouldn't have football. My want to be a footballer came through him. He was at Charlton. He took me to one of my first football games. Yeah, he was the reason why I wanted to be a footballer. A lot of his circle, Gavin Tomlin, a lot of his friends, they all became professional footballers.
Yeah.
And they took me under their wing when I hit about 15 years old. Bobby George obviously played it for Bromley, Red Hill. He played in the non-league circuit, my other brother. So he was very well known and well versed in non-league. And then I had my brother Kevin, who's playing professional. So I had a good balance. But like I said, I wanted to be a professional footballer because of the links of Thierry Henry. And when I was young, I had a bar lead, striker, quick. People say, oh, you're like a young Thierry Henry. Obviously, I was not that level. Before the comments go mad.
That hasn't got to your head.
No, because people always say, oh, you can't compare. And I wasn't comparing myself to him, but I just looked like him. And it made me want to know who he was, found out who he was. Obviously, he signed to Arsenal in, I think, 1999, around that time, 1999. So then I found out who he was when I hit around about, 9, 10. And then I was like, oh, this is the guy who I look up to. He was successful. And I was like, cool. Successful at Arsenal. I like him. I thought he was a modern day role model. Like, that's what role model was back in the days. Thierry Henry sort of player. My favourite player, found my love for Arsenal through him. But like through that, gradually, like loved football. And then I started late, like I mentioned, 15 years old. Kevin kind of took me under his wing. I kind of said, look, I want to be a professional footballer. Didn't have a clue how to do it, but he was there and he said, look, I'll take you to at Crystal Palace. So at 15 years old, my first professional club. I was in school. I went to Crystal Palace on trial at the National Sports Park. And for me, I thought it was like I didn't believe it. I thought it was like a college thing. Because, I don't know, you just see, I don't know what a professional club looks like. And we was going to the sports centre, so it wasn't like an official training ground. So for me, I was just training there, but they seemed to like me. We started training with people like, you know, Hiram Bertang, I think was there, Sully Kai. Here, what's his name? Reece Alassani. He was the next big thing. He wasn't even allowed to train with the under-16s. He was with like youth team, and
he's too gone.
Yeah, they were like protecting him at the time. I remember John Solarco taking one of our sessions. Like that was like my introduction. Got released in the end. Broke my heart. And I got released after, I think, probably about, I must have been there about 2-3 weeks. I played against Leeds at the training ground. And I think that's when it all kind of hit me. When I went to the training ground and met the youth team and all that, and the under-16s properly, we had the tracksuits and being amongst that.
What was that? You made it in it,
bro. But like it's a lot.
Was on the all of
that. But like it's a lot for a young player that's never. Remember, I'm from Surrey. Like that. That never. I was in South London when I was young, but like I moved into Surrey and I didn't really understand the professional setup. So when I went there, it was a lot to take in. Got released in the end. Cried, bawled my eyes out. Biggest heartbreak ever. Didn't really know what to do, went back to school. Obviously, people think you're going to be a footballer back in, I'm from Surrey, I was like one of the black kids in my school, and like, when I'm 10 at Palace, like, they think I'm going to be the next big thing. Obviously, getting released was an ego hit. But then, a year later, when I was 16, I was in year 11, I went to Crawley Town under-16s trial, but my brother was kind of like, just don't think nothing of it, it's just a training session, listen, they might not take you. He basically just played it down a lot. I went to the under-16s, trained with them, meaty. Yeah, they were just like, I was quite physically advanced as well at like 16. I'm a tall guy now, but I was, and during that time between 15 and 16, my brother took me under his wing and said, you need to come to London. So I had to leave I lived with him for a bit, and we did pre-season training with Jamie Lawrence, and it was serious. I opened my eyes to, okay, this is the level. Went to Catford Pits, a lot of good players there, and I held my own. I was very good. And back then, and then, but I didn't realise that. So when I went to Crawley Town and went to under-16s, I realised like this level, like we played a match, I dominated, I was bullying people, I was like, okay, right, this is...
Still a striker at the time?
Yeah. Still a striker, and then I went back to school, and then the club, Crawley Town, kept ringing my school for day release, asking me, would you come and train, would you come and train? So it's a long-winded answer, but I like to talk a lot, as you can tell. So long story short. So day release, went back to Crawley Town, ended up leaving the under-16s and just training with the youth team. Clearly they liked what I was doing, trained with the youth team when school was happening. Got really good grades because it was around the time I was doing my GCSEs, got good grades in the end, and then went to Crawley Town and I played one game against the first team. Claude Davis, Jamaican international. There's stories online, it's on YouTube. You can go and watch it. I spun him, he bust my nose as I spun him with an elbow, got round him, got a penalty, and then I took the penalty, I scored. The first team manager obviously watched all of this, really liked me. Then I found out that, you know, they are looking to sign me, they like me as a player. And then did a few more day releases with the youth team, got offered my contract as a scholar. First team manager really liked me. Spent a lot of the time when I first signed being told I was going to be the next big thing. Was with the first team quite a bit. Played a lot with the reserve teams. Scored a load of goals. Me, Alex Lang, and a guy called E-Man were dubbed to be the next big thing. But I don't know if we'll get into it here. But I didn't enjoy being a footballer because of the way I was treated, and a lot of things happened in those 2 years as a scholar. Ended up leaving.
Like what? Talk to me, man.
Oh, so I don't know. So again, it's a long. We got treated really bad by my youth team manager. Bullied badly, thrown stuff at a lot of the players. He killed a lot of dreams for a lot of the young players there. It was not I got an injury and didn't make it. It was very like, for a young 16-year-old, I was exposed to a lot and wasn't properly cared for and not just me, this is the whole team. A lot of the team stopped playing football after this experience at Crawley Town. And listen, there's reports of the first team managers of previous who were racially abusing players. Like, there wasn't a really good image around Crawley Town, and there's a reason for that. The way we were treated, the way certain teams after that were treated. But now the setup's completely changed. Big up Hunter, he's currently the owner of Crawley Town. They've obviously just been promoted to League One. A lot has changed, but the time I was there was not a lot in place. Mental health was never spoken about. There was no welfare officers, there was education officers, no welfare officers, which is now you have to have in every football club. None of that was around, so we were mentally abused really bad, and I fell out of love with the sport.
And then is that what killed your dreams about?
Yeah, killed it. I mean, after that, I went back. I was an idiot and I didn't see those signs. I went back to Crawley Town. I rang the chief exec who I had a good relationship with. I think it was Richard Dunford at the time. I went back to the the first team. They shut down the youth team, the reserves, all that got shut down after. I was the last, to this day, the last professional youth team set up at Crawley Town. We were the last year to have that. So when we got released, they shut it all down. I wanted to train with the first team then whilst going on trial at other clubs.
Yeah.
Did that for a long time. Went to the first team every day out of my own pocket, training with the first team. Obviously in the back of my mind, man was thinking I might be able to nick a move here.
Yeah.
I'm a good player, let's not get it twisted. The first team manager did like me, so I thought I could nick a move. But actually the club didn't have enough money. After a whole year of training with the first team, they offered me a non-contract. They've abolished that now from football. A non-contract is a contract that you sign, a professional contract, but you don't get paid. So I got offered a 1 year with a year option. But I'd done that already. So I was training there for a year. I was paying my own money, so I was doing that already. So to offer me a contract with that, doing it for another year, I thought was a bit cheeky.
No way.
But this is what happens in football, and most people would sign it because
that sounds worse than the 360 deal in music.
Bro, it is worse than that. And the training facilities weren't great at the time. It was a piss take really, but like a lot of players were naive and taking advantage of them. Probably would have signed that, but I had made a decision to not sign that. And I also think it was off the back of the fact that I was getting a bit of a buzz. Like I was playing non-league as well, Tooting and Mitcham. My reputation was very big there. I was on loan there in my second year as a scholar at Crawley Town. Signed there after I left Crawley. I trained with the first team every day. Went to Nottingham Forest. I was there for a long time. They played me around a lot. Thought I was going to sign. I forgot his name. Des
Walker.
Des Walker. So, the story around it, long story short, I went on trial at Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Outlived a lot of the trialists that went there. Every week they were giving new trialists opportunities. I was staying, saying they were looking to sign me. But it was a farce because it was between me and another player who I didn't know. His name was Tyler Walker. At the time I didn't know.
I wonder what they have in common there.
So they were saying they're going to sign me. I was with the first team quite a bit. Really thought I was going to make it. Really felt comfortable at Nottingham Forest. I spoke to you off camera on the way here, said that was my level. I was at the under-23s. I said I don't think I'd ever made it higher than that because I felt comfortable there. I was being challenged. And I was happy. It was a professional. How a footballer should be treated was how I was treated at Nottingham Forest. Professional set up to the finest degree. Yeah. But then, they released me just in the most awful way. And then, it turns out they signed Tyler Walker, who was Des Walker's son, who his photos were around the training ground. Didn't know at the time, but that's how. This is football. This is it. And maybe I may be sorry. Maybe I wasn't good enough, but I believe I had more to offer than Tyler Walker. But they signed him, all well and good. After that, I said, you know what? I've had enough. Most players that I speak with would have carried on. Yeah. People were telling me, Cecil, you're good enough to play in League Two or still have a career and just keep playing. But I had enough of it. I couldn't keep chasing the dream. Like.
At what age did you
This was 19.
19?
Retired at 19. From professional football, retired at 19. Yeah, I wanted to do something different. I could have made a living probably from football, but I wasn't happy. And I made a decision, very mature decision at that age to say, we're going to only do things that make you happy. I was a footballer, I wasn't happy. So from there, I went into ballet, I went into dance, went into contemporary. I trained at Talia Conti, went complete left field.
That explains it, okay.
Then there was a whole period of that, where I just ran away from football as I tried to just run away from football as much as possible. Yeah. And then it just clawed me back in. I found the love of Sunday League, YouTube football, and I found myself being a presenter in sports media, and now I'm a broadcaster and sports personality, I'd say. So yeah. Ooh, I know there's one question, there was a long answer, but that is the full discography, shall we say. Yeah. I know it's not really the right term to use, but of my playing career. There's little bits in there, like I went to Dagenham and Redbridge for a bit, I went to Brighton on trials. There's loads of, I was a journeyman for a period of time, so that's probably why I felt it was right time to say, look, Cecil, just allow this. Like Adama Lukman, big him up, he went around loads of clubs and found it, he cracked it, he just won the Europa League. Like there's a lot of players, Eze, like there's loads of players that kept bouncing between other clubs. And I genuinely believe I probably could have, but I said no.
Your journey's taken you this path and it's taken you to AFTV, where we just come from their offices. I'm still blown away by the fact that it's a full-on production studio. I don't know what I was expecting, but from a guy standing out here interviewing fans to what I've just seen like a couple minutes ago, it's crazy. Like, how does it feel to be working and being part of that team, man? This is your second home, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm here every day. Still in Surrey, but I travel here every day, maybe 6 days a week actually to work. And as you said, like we're at the Emirates, but we walked from here to the Emirates. Like that just shows, like for context, the studio's just down the road, and to work in sports media, following the club I love, it's a dream. Like, do you know what it is? But let's not get twisted, like, it's a different perspective from being a player. I think players have a bad perspective of fans. Back in the day, definitely. Like, our perspective when I was a player of fans was not what it is now. I've now done both sides. I've done being a professional footballer and now being, you know, I've always been an Arsenal fan, but living the actual fan experience of going to every game, week in, week out, following a club across, well, the globe, if I'm honest. I've travelled everywhere, whether it's pre-season tours, whether it's international tournaments, European tournaments, or just following the club up and down the country. It's a different perspective, but it's an amazing, amazing career. I live like a footballer. I said to you off camera.
Yeah.
I live like a footballer, but without getting the money. Because, you know, man's not earning 100Ks a week.
Listen, you're not doing too
We're doing all right, but without getting the money and obviously playing, which is the most important thing. But, like, it's not just AFTV that's giving me my dream. Like, I work for major corporations. I work for major confederations in sport.
Talk to them, man.
Like, CONCACAF is
For those who don't know who I know who CONCACAF is from my background, but talk to them.
It's North Central America and Central America and Canada. They're kind of the countries that they represent, and also the clubs within those regions. So, like, they're a confederation. So the likes of UEFA is a confederation. Yeah, the likes of CONMEBOL, who do, you know, the Argentinas, the Brazilians, Southern America, they're a confederation. There's loads, but those are UEFA's the main ones to hone in on.
But what opportunities has that brought? Because again, you just come back from where?
So, well, I come from Dallas recently. We did the Nations League, and I'm the face of a lot of CONCACAF social media platforms. So TikTok is their main platform that I'm the face of, but I do a lot of their social media content. So what people don't realise, though, that puts me in rooms with the owners of, well, the leaders of FIFA. I've sat in stadiums with them. UEFA sat in rooms with them. CONCACAF, the owners, like the leaders. Sorry, not the owners, the leaders of them. So, like, it's massive. I'm around big people. Like, my network's massive. I think that's one thing I take pride in. David Dean, he's one of the founders of the Premier League. I have his number in my phone. Like he was at one of the CONCACAF finals.
What a flex! I don't even need to ask that question now. Like,
no, he was the owner of Arsenal, David Dean. So, like, and sorry, I know it is flex and it can get cringe at times, but, like, I want people to understand that I was just a young boy trying to chase the dream of being a footballer, got released and didn't realise what the world actually has to offer.
Yeah.
That my introduction to that was being a body double for Marcus Rashford. Like, Andy Answer, big him up, owns an agency called Sports on Screen. That was my introduction to, oh my God, there's more of a world to football than just being a footballer.
Yeah, of course.
I was a body double for Rashford. I still am to this day. I was his, wow, that picture did a madness.
Nearly landed on the camera.
Bumba shabba the day. But that vision scared the shit out of me. But from being a footballer to then being a body double from Rashford when he first broke through, I think I was 20, he was 18. He just signed his contract. He just signed his new deal. I think it's 160 a week. Just bought his mum a house. That was the time where I just did my first shoot with him. To now, him being, I know he has a great season, but me being close to his family, who's his manager, his brother Dwayne, and also working alongside him regularly. But that was my introduction to what life could be away from football. I tried to chase that when I got released and tried to make it into a career. Didn't really work because the work's not regular. It's a stagnant work. It's whenever, you know, there's players get breaks.
It's like extra work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like extra work, exactly. So I couldn't find a career in it. However, I speak to players. When I went to ballet and dance contemporary, I speak to players because that was what my career was when I was doing all the music videos and modelling and dancing. But it actually pulled me back because sports media and body doubling is what I'm now in. I know body doubling doesn't come under sports broadcasting, but I still do shoots. Nathan Ake, Aubameyang, Ollie Watkins, Rashford. I still do shoots, but I also build relationships with the players doing those shoots that I use when I speak about Ollie Watkins, Rashford. I know it's not Arsenal, but it goes hand in hand because I have inside information. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's come a long way. AFTV's been a big part of, obviously, the journey, and it's put me on a platform. But I still find it weird to this day when people stop me and say, oh, can I get a photo and all that? Because, brother, like, I'm just an Arsenal fan. I'm the same as you. There's no difference. I'm just on a platform.
On a massive platform.
On a massive platform. But there's no difference, though. We both support the club. We both support Arsenal. We both love the club. Like, there's no difference. I'm just on a platform, and it's a blessing. But yeah, I've been doing a lot from before AFTV. I had Talent Transfer as a company I own, and I mentor young footballers in the game. Like, there's so much I do.
That's off the back of your experiences, right?
Exactly, off the back of my experience of being a footballer. Like, and I mentor players, and that's been recommissioned 7 years in a row, working with the PFA and the LFE. Like, I'm very blessed and privileged to do things like that, and I'm giving all this context because people don't know these things. They just probably see me on AFTV and say, "Oh, you're the Arsenal guy. You don't know nothing about ball and all this rubbish." But, bro, my life now is football. My life is football.
And it's like the closest thing to not playing. If you can't play on the pitch or whatever.
Yeah, you want to follow the club.
Yeah.
And you're known by, like, you know, it's a blessing to be known by, you know, the people that work at the club and also, you know, the players. But like you said, it's a big operation, and credit to Robbie. Robbie came from begging fans to speak on camera to you just seeing the studios, owning multiple studios and changing people's lives. Like he's like, he pays me a salary that pays my, you know, I have a house and stuff. Like, I'm soon to hopefully start a family. Like, people work underneath and have a family. Like, there's a lot of responsibility there, and hats off to him. It's a black-owned business, and yes, there's people that detest or don't like the channel, and cool, that's fair enough, but don't watch it.
Those same people, or some of those same people in media, are now copying.
Exactly,
you know
exactly, and get blinds and get looked over because they're not a black-owned business, in my opinion, or, you know, they just, yeah, they went around in, no, they do exactly the same model. They're just not a black-owned business, in my opinion, is why, you know, you get so much stick and hate at times. I think it's ridiculous, and some will say, oh, you know, he came when Arsenal were in their bad times, but we still survive and thrive in Arsenal's good times. Like,
yeah.
And the channel's changed a lot, and credit to Robbie, credit to the people that are in the channel, work in it, whether it's me, whether it's James, whether it's Turkish, whether it's the people that work behind the scenes in social media. Yeah, all of them, man. I've got to take my hat off to them, and you've seen it firsthand now, so yeah.
Yeah, I need to circle back though, because you said something that intrigued me. You said you had David D's number in your phone book. Who is the most famous person you would say in your phone book, bro? Just a light.
But it's relative though.
I know, but
because,
you know.
Because it's absolutely, it's relative. People ask me this when I do my workshops with the players, like,
yeah.
I mean, David Dean's up there. I mean, he's founding father of the Premier League, used to be owner, you know, of Arsenal, but like, for me, like I said, it's relative because Chip's in my phone. Like, Chip is my, Chip was someone I grew up listening to. Like, I'm a fan of Chipmunk. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like, but now he's in my phone, we talk every day. To me, like, I could have capped off, I could cap and leave tomorrow. I'm good. I don't need more notoriety. Nice. I don't need more people to know. Like, I'm happy. Like, Chip was my guy. Like, I don't even know by contacts. There's mad contacts in my phone because I save them a lot. But
current players.
No, but I have access to them.
Okay.
They follow me, like, social media,
yeah.
Okay, I don't
want to come on,
I know, but you don't want to do it. There's going to be people I'm going to forget, though.
You've got Rashford's number, innit?
I have his brother's number. We speak regularly, which is his agent, his manager. Like, I have his brother. We speak quite regularly. I spoke to him literally this week. Nathan Ake, when I was in Amsterdam, I just got back from Soccerex hosting. Again, it's just not a flit. I was hosting the whole convention, the whole event of Soccerex in Amsterdam. Yeah. We got taken to the Netherlands training ground, the campus where the international team train.
Better than St George's?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I can imagine.
St George's is impressive, but I said this, it's very stale. It's very like
sterile.
Yeah, you're sterile. Yeah. You have like all the top facilities and all that, but it's not like there's no character.
There we go.
The campus at Netherlands has like, they have shirts from all the team, like loads of random teams in the Netherlands, like their club tops hanging all the way through the camp. It's sick. They have multi-sport facilities where it's not just football. They have like loads of different things on a pitch, like outside on the perimeters of the pitch. They have it's a campus. It's very like open.
Yeah.
They have the bikes that allow you to cycle through the facility. I just think it's very. They have like meditation centers.
Yeah.
It's very it's different, and I think it's very advanced. And if you look at the history of what Ajax, what they do, they have the best conversion rate of like youth team to first team. That's understandable because they're set up and the way they do things and what they pump into the youth football and that is second to none. So I like the campus. I think it's up there. And the reason why I brought up the story is because I messaged Nathan Ake. Yeah. I body doubled for him. That's why I know him. Very good brother. Very good guy. Yeah. I messaged him, yo, are you here? Sadly, he wasn't. He was arriving on Saturday, but he was happy. He wanted to like meet up and that. So like, I have access to players. And
we've got David Dean. We've got Marcus Rashford's brother. We've got Nathan Ake.
There's a few, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That's enough. That's enough. But
that's enough.
It's a blessing, man. Like, yeah, man. It's good. But listen, there's players that watch this and been part of Rootz TV that have played with better players than I've played with. Like, there's players that have gone through non-league and had serious careers that have played with players that are unbelievable. So I'm just lucky enough to know them through this sports media thing. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool for me. It's the little Cecil in me, the child in me, is so gassed because at the time he never would have seen being at Crawley Town, being released. My manager told me you'll never amount to nothing bigger than being here in this changing room.
Wow.
And that was the one thing that stuck with me. It actually broke me, that comment, for a long time. But I hold on to that and I said, I'm going to prove you wrong. And and I believe, in my opinion, I have. So, yeah, man.
All right. I've got another little game for you.
Go.
It's AFTV FIFA cards. Okay, so 6 attributes, which is pace, shot, passing, dribbling, defending, and skill. We'll start off with, let's start off with Ty. So again, if you was to make a FIFA card for him, out of those 6 attributes, first one would be pace. What would his pace be?
People don't know, Ty's quick.
Is he?
Yeah, he's quick.
I've seen him when AFTV were
used to play
in the league.
In the Blood Brothers, yeah. But do you not see the energy? Like he's
got energy, but
like expressions called him the Black Lucas they bought. Like he's full of energy. No, he can run about. Yeah, maybe not pace, but bro, Ty's old, bro.
I know.
Like let's not get it twisted. Man is an old man. Sorry, Ty. But Ty, he's my guy. Me and Ty, like we're very close. People off camera as well. People don't know that. Me and Ty is a very weird dynamic because I'm not very young. I'm just younger, and but we kick it. I like Ty, but space-wise, like I don't want to disrespect his pace because
come on, honestly,
for his age, for his age, he's quick.
Yeah.
He's got to be around 50. If we're gonna have 155,
55 pace,
maybe 65.
65. Okay.
Because of his age, 65.
Shot power. What are you laughing like that?
Because he's an old man. The legs aren't as strong as he can run.
Okay.
But I've seen him strike a ball.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
not Gabriel Baiteze. Remember him back in the day?
Yeah, he ain't got one of them strikes. The legs are struggling. I don't think he can even strike a ball properly. Sorry, Ty. Like I don't know if it's toe punt level. But we're gonna go shot power 30.
30. Okay.
Passing. Sorry, passing. I mean, he's capable of doing that. 68.
68. Okay.
It's quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, that is quite high. Dribbling.
48.
Defending.
Plays in midfield. We actually dragged him in the Claude Cup after like 2 minutes.
Oh, what?
Because he didn't understand positional. I was like, he didn't understand positional awareness. So I'm gonna put his defending down to 12.
Okay. And skill.
He can't really play football either. He's just got good energy. He's got good energy. He's basically a runner.
Is that it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go skill 22.
Okay. Right. Next one we got Lee Judges.
Oh.
So again.
That's my guy.
Okay, so we'll start with pace. Lee Judges.
Okay, so he's an offensive midfielder. I would breeze past him. He always says, "I'll snap your legs if you try to run past me." So, but pace-wise, he's not as old as Ty, but pace-wise, I'm gonna go. I think Ty's actually quicker than him.
Oh my gosh.
Which is actually outrageous.
Really?
He will go mad and say I'm lying. No, I can't do it. I can't be harsh. Let's go. What did I give Ty?
You gave him like 6, you gave him high, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 58.
58?
For pace for Lee. Sorry, Lee.
All right, shot power.
Yeah, he can strike a ball.
Okay.
He can strike a ball.
So what are we saying?
80.
80? Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he can strike a ball.
Passing?
Yep, he can play as well.
Yeah, so what's that?
83.
Okay. Dribbling?
Yep, he can play. 88 dribbling.
88?
No, that's too high,
I was going to say.
That's too high, dribbling.
Playing here, shouldn't he?
80.
Wow, okay. Defending?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
That's his best attribute.
Oh, right, okay. The way you said it sounded a bit disrespectful.
That's his best attribute. Yeah. Even though he's a dirty MFR.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm gonna go 88 for that.
And
edge him to 90.
And skill?
60.
Okay. Right, we've got 2 more. I'm gonna do 2 more. Troops. Why are you laughing, bro?
Because Troops is not he's not a footballer. He knows that.
All right.
He's not a footballer. Go on.
I'll start with your pace.
Pace. 40.
Okay. Shot. Power.
Yeah, he can hit a ball.
Yeah.
65.
Okay. Passing.
Nah, 65.
Dribbling.
Stamina's really bad. You will know why. And dribbling does take stamina. If you believe it or not, to be a good dribbler, your mind has to be mentally fit and have good stamina to be able to stay composed on the ball. So I'm gonna bring that down a little bit.
Yeah.
57.
Okay. Defending.
I don't think he's a defender. I don't know what position he plays actually. Let's go down. I'm always thinking attackers because I'm biased. So let's go 38 for defending.
And then skill. Nah.
Sorry, Troops. 20.
20.
I don't know. I don't see him as a skill man. He might think he is, but nah.
Right. The last one, as you probably can guess, Don Robbie. Your boss, so you got to be nice. You got to be nice to him.
I'd have to be 9.
All right.
I'd have to be 9.
Let's start off with pace.
1. Rob,
you're gonna get sacked in the morning.
He's not gonna like this one. But playing football's not his sport. He knows this.
Even though he runs a... Okay.
Yeah,
say
but he's
no more.
not a footballer though.
Say no more. Shot power. Come on. He must have some power behind him now.
I've seen him kick a ball, man.
Is it bad?
I've seen him kick a ball, but we're gonna go with the aesthetics, and you'd expect him to be able to have a strong shot power, but I've actually seen it live, though. So I'll be nice to him.
What you said?
60.
Okay. Passing? You can pass the ball?
He can't play ball at all. He does not kick ball like that. Sorry, Rob. 40.
Dribbling? No dribbling.
Not with the ball.
Hey.
No, Rob, you know it's all love. It's my guy. But I'm gonna go low. 12.
Defending?
Sorry. Defending actually might be. I mean, he could just start. Yeah. We'll put it up. 30. We'll put it up for him.
No, I'm not talking about defending AFTV. I mean defending in a game.
No, he can defend himself.
Oh yeah.
So if I do that, he can go to like 70s.
I've seen the memes.
Yeah, he can defend himself. But I'm gonna go 30 when it comes to football.
And then skill.
Back down to like 7.
So overall, I'm guessing Ty's the best player out of AFTV. Is that it?
Well, Lee judges or Ty. Lee, it'll be Lee, but Ty. I think for the surprise, I think I did it relatively of his age.
Yeah.
So I gave him a lot of the benefit of the doubt. But Lee is the best, bar me, the best footballer at AFTV.
Okay, so picture this. If you had a 5s team and you could only use AFTV players, who's going to be in that 5s team?
Me, Lee, James. Oh. Me, Lee, James, yeah. What, can I include the cameraman? The cameraman is an ex-pro as well. But me, Lee, James. I'm struggling. Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis. Oh,
Curtis. He's got his own channel. He's not like. I'm thinking of people that are full time at AFTV, but let me go with people that are represented. Me, Lee, James, Curtis. I need one more.
Who's in goal out of all them as well? I need a goalie.
For a goalie, yeah. For a goalie, we're gonna have to do someone like Julian.
Okay.
Julian used to be a goalie, but he's not a good footballer at all.
Okay.
And I don't think he'll be a good goalie either. But if I'm just going off what I've got in my head right now, yeah. Nah.
So you got you, Lee, James,
Curtis,
and Julian
in goal.
That's the 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Mid-table at best. All right, cool.
Yeah. That's bro. No, that's at best. Yeah. Relegated in any league.
All right, let's move on to Sunday League now.
Go on.
The Wall. That's where I know you from anyway. Playing Sunday League.
Yep.
Again, what made you join them?
Right. So, I was going to go. No, actually, no, wrong. Long story short, my introduction into YouTube football and Sunday League, Cheeky Sport FC, folded, went to AFTV FC.
Yeah.
That is where I stayed at AFTV FC for a long time. Just for people that don't know, the Wall FC came about. Purcell Ascot is one of my closest friends. He's a chairman of the club. Him, Javan Wade. I say Javan Palmer. Javan Wade. They are the chairmans of the club. But Purcell was, like I said, my closest friend. Funny enough, that didn't actually give me any bias to getting into the club. I had to trial.
You still had to trial?
Yeah, and I had to really work my... And it was touch and go if I'd get in as well, apparently, at one stage. But it was one manager that
that's
really
your closest friend, yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's how it came about. They had their trials. It was around the time where, I lost my love for football, being a footballer. Cheeky Sport FC was my first club back into playing.
Yeah.
And then they went to AFTV FC, I found my love for it. And then I left both. Well, Cheeky Sport folded, I left AFTV FC because of work, because it became too busy, I couldn't do both. And then Purcell asked me about the Wall. The pitch of it made sense, like big up SC Dons as well, like they were killing it in the game at the time. And the Wall had kind of similar aspirations and ambitions, and it seemed perfectly right, like the people that they brought in, the trial was a good level, there was good players there, good coaches. And I was on board. I believed in it. So yeah, I joined, and I really found my love for football. Really found it at the Wall FC. And do you know what?
Do you know what? A smile on your face.
Yeah, I loved it. And do you know what the truth is as well? I was out of the game playing Saturday football and trying to play I was out of that game completely.
Yeah.
Someone came up to me and said he was a player. It was actually Naz. I think it was Naz who actually signed to Wall in the end. He was at. I forgot what team was at before, but Naz, anyway, people know who he is. He said to me, why are you not playing? And I said, I've done with it. He goes, there's people basically stealing a living. You're good enough to be playing, why are you not playing? I never thought about it. And then I started watching YouTube football, the SC Dons and all of that, and I was like, raw.
Yeah.
Man are talking up the thing.
Yeah.
But then,
not levels.
Not levels. And this is my arrogant side coming out of me, because I'm a dickhead when I play. I annoy a lot of people.
We get on.
Yeah, I'm a very annoying player because I like to talk a lot. I get in people's. I'm an annoying player. I'm a rattler bad.
Yeah.
But when I watch people, and there was people, I'm not gonna name names. There's people playing for teams, big YouTube teams, playing non-league as well.
Talk out the team, man.
I can't say names. But I was keeping them out of teams when I was playing. So when I was at Tottenham Mitcham, I was keeping certain players out of that team.
Wait. People at home, yeah? Do the maths.
They're not going to have, because they're not, I mean, if they find it, then fair play.
Do the maths, come on.
So I was at Tottenham Mitchell, I was keeping man out of the team, and I was thinking, rah, but these men are making big noise on YouTube, so I'm like, cool. So my thing was like, okay, I'm not trying to make it, I've done my time, I'm not trying to make it, but let me come in and just not remind people, but like, I am a player, and you, man, you weren't really, you might be better now, and I found out when I got there. You know, I was to the level at times. I was at that level. Whether it's when I was playing at the Wall, when we got promoted. I mean, we won the Paul Pickard Cup. We got promoted. We held our own. I think in a lot of the league.
What is your thoughts on the league anyway? That league that they was in.
Yeah, but I don't think people know. I don't know how quickly it's going to come out. But the Wolves know more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that might be exclusive. I don't know. It might be already public knowledge, but depending when it comes out. But yeah, there's no more. But
why though?
Just, I think it's commitment of players and stuff. It's not just commitment of players, that's always the issue, but like, the league is a serious league.
Yeah.
You want to be able to field your best players.
Yeah.
Sadly, our best players are either injured or they had, other commitments to their Saturday team, and it got difficult, and you want to field a good team. There's a lot of respect, and we were a good side, so we wanted to hold that. So for us, I think it was made the right decision to kind of to let it go, because there's no point competing in a league that you can't actually really compete in. No one wants to go every week and lose on their Sunday.
And stuff like
that. Exactly.
Because I was seeing recently, like, you're still playing, but obviously not filming or uploading.
Yeah.
And then you was fielding, ex-pros.
Yeah,
like
well,
Marvin
Sordell. Yeah, that was because it was in, like, that cup was our last hurrah. And it was for like a...
You even had Jordan Ibe in there as well.
Yeah, I know, back in the... Yeah, well, he didn't play, but we had him when we played in the Claw Cup. We brought him down. He's a family friend of... And his brother plays for our club as well, Tyler as well. So, yeah, but like, we can't do that every week.
Yeah.
We can't do that, because those players won't play for us every week. I'm not saying that we need that, because I think our actual team, our solid 11, when everyone's available, competes. We won the Paul Pickard Cup off the back of it. That team is a very good team, but sadly we couldn't field that team every week. We had good players, but that's probably the reason why it folded. And the league was good. I think there's still problems, but there's teething problems.
Like what?
I don't know. I think a lot of people talk about
the games.
Yeah, the games, fixtures, and all of that, and rightly so. I think, but again, it's a new league. Like, there's going to be teething problems. I'm not sat on the head of the board of each club, so I don't really know the ins and outs. But I know there's frustration, especially when the league first started. I remember playing at Hackney Marshes with a team that basically just were trying to get the game off.
Oh, really?
Who's that? Was it Money? No, not Money Bags. I don't know. It was a team I can't remember. In the end, they actually beat us, which is sad. But they tried everything to try and get off, and a lot of teams were trying to do that at times. So the league didn't really have control of a lot of things, but it's improving, and it's a new league. So, and may it continue, because it's putting the power back into these Sunday League teams that have big impressions online, big following. So it is the right thing to do. It just needs to be tightened up, which it comes with its issues. But that's kind of the.
So I'm going to ask you your best game and your best goal and your best memory from your time at the Wall. So your best game, best goal, and your best memory.
Best game, I've had some freaking good games.
Because I did a bit of research before obviously starting this.
SC Dons was good. I lost to them both times. But
didn't you get sent off as well?
Yeah. Okay. But they were very good games. They were very, because they were at the time, they're probably one of the best Sunday League teams that there was at the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
you had a stormer against Hatch Lane.
That's probably my best game.
Yeah.
I was getting onto that. That was probably my best game. I'll be real.
The last dance, Sean's last dance.
Yeah, that was, if I'm honest, and she knows this, that was for her as well. I think not many people want to admit it, but since she left, like, I think the club struggled a lot.
Yeah.
But Sean's one of the best managers I've ever had, and I've been around some top managers, brother. I've seen a lot of. I've played in the league, like. No, not in the league. Oh, no, I have. I played for 40 times. I made a debut in the cup game. Like, I played with big managers, whether that's youth, and whatever, youth managers, being on trial at clubs, I play with good managers. Sean understands the game so well. So yeah, I think that game for Hatch Lane, it was for her, and yeah, it was probably my best game. Like, but I was always in there. I say that. No, it is always in there. But yeah, that game for me is my most standout performance. But I said the SC Dons games because I played well in those games. Just I got sent off in one of them. The other one we lost, but I was taking liberties, like bunny hopping over players, like running people down.
Why'd you do that? Like I've seen the highlights of you, yeah, in Sunday League, especially what the Wall posted.
Yeah.
I'm seeing man doing flipping twerking,
splits.
I'll do the splits.
Yeah, man. Because you've seen me.
Another one. You told a man to switch sides after you scored a goal.
Yeah, actually, I told him, yeah, switch because he wanted. Bro, what was he doing? Brother, I can't remember the reason I came into this game. People like to talk,
yeah,
and I come to show them you're not what you think you are. And listen, I'm.
But you know how rattling that is on a Sunday. Like you're telling someone to switch sides after you just scored.
But that's what football. I like the shithousery, man. I like that.
And
do you know what? Do you know why as well? What? Yeah, Clinton. Yeah, I'll be real. There's not many years you can do that, and I'm finding it out now. I can't. I'm glad the Wolves folded. That's wrong, but I can't keep doing that. I'm not as good as I used to be.
Yeah.
So, and right now I'm like I said at the top of this interview, I said I'm holding on. Like I'm near the end. Like I really am. I feel it. And not just because I feel it, because I work as well. Like my work is non-stop. So
yeah,
I have to enjoy it. And I'd made a decision when I was 19. When I left Crawley, I said, do everything that makes you happy and with a smile. I'm a very nice guy on the pitch. I'm a very annoying player, but I enjoy it and I find it brings the best out of me, and it also makes me enjoy the game more. I'm an entertainer at heart. I always have been. When I was at Crawley, my manager said that. He goes, you're more than just a footballer, you're an entertainer. And I said, he goes, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I used to love doing things like that, doing the splits. I did the splits in training a lot, in five-a-sides all the time. That's probably one of the most viral moments. You asked me, what's one of your moments that you remember? Your favourite game moment? My moment would be that splits tackle in Sunday League in London against an inner city club. Went mad. Went mad.
Did.
But like that's me though. Like I'm mad. Like I'm a madman. Like I take the mick. Like I give it, and I give it. I can take it. You can banter me. You can take the piss. Like you can do all that.
Yeah.
If you want to go to the physical side, we can get physical as well. Like we can do all these things. So that's why I'm just like, let's do it. I'm not sour. Like if I give it, I have to be able to take it. If my team's losing, you'll see I don't give it as much because I think that's the biggest insult. Like the scoreline. Like I won't do that. But if we're winning or if I'm having a good game, I will tell people, let them know. That's what this is for. My two passions, YouTube and football. I came into the space I like to talk the thing, I like to play football, so that's why I'm here. That's why.
Right. What about worst game for them?
Worst game?
You've had a stinker, or it was just a bad memory, like you got beaten badly, or...
Oh, that's difficult because that red card against SC Dons, I was playing so well. I actually got a penalty in that game. I played so well against them, but I danced off the pitch and my team will never forgive me for that. So that's up there. But I think there was another one. There's one just above that. I forgot what team it was against. It was for the Wall. It's on YouTube. I got a red card within like the first challenge. I flew in.
What?
And I don't normally do that. I don't know what it was. I think I was so excited for the game. And it was my boy as well, who I used to play with at Tooting and Mitcham.
So
but I didn't clock until I tackled him. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even mean to do that. And he was like, bro, what are you doing? And then they gave me a red card. And funny enough, we actually won that game. And I stayed obviously for the whole game and I tried to motivate him at half time. Like, I'm so sorry, but boys, 10 men and we won that game, but that was my worst, because I actually let the team down then. I let the team down against SC Dons with that red card, but that one I felt really bad letting the team down. And that sounds really mad. I'm actually quite a clean player. I never get red cards. I'm very professional. I don't lose my head or anything.
Were you there for that? I forgot. Were you there for that game where there was like that racist incident?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I played in that. Yeah, that was on the way to the Paul Pickard final as the semi-finals.
What was that like?
And people are still on me to apologise and all that but it was a very murky situation. And regardless of whatever the outcome was, what I felt being there, and the way they kicked us off the pitch and the change rooms, and I think they made the cold showers and that, and they'll charge us extra for the pitch and all that. There's still a lot of things that are unclear that make me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still not concrete on what was right and what was wrong. But
was the footage edited then?
No, it wasn't edited. That was the GoPro. But I think the editor that put the subtitles up may have misheard. That's from what I know, but nothing was edited. That what was said was said. I just don't know if it was the right thing that was said. I still, every time I listen back, I still hear the same thing, but people say they hear a different thing. So yeah, but again, like I said, there's what I felt and the stories I knew as well when it first happened from other clubs and what they felt from that club. It says a lot. But yeah.
In terms of production, the Wall were up there in terms of
massively
top tier. Who would you say is like, who do you watch on a Sunday now in terms of Sunday League content? Like, and who's in and around that sort of mix of top tier Sunday League content? Because SC Dons, they're pioneers in this.
They are. I was gonna say that. I was the exact same word I was gonna use, but then I guess like hashtag United and all that. Like they were there before and all of that. But SC Dons have taken. But it's close. South London is. That's why I started as a kid. Obviously, I moved out into Surrey for a majority of my life, but I have an attachment to SC Dons because of the South London connection and Andy Answer being the chairman. Again, was a mentor and a pioneer in the space that he's in that I looked up to. The players, Malachi Robertson was my roomie at Crawley Town. We lived together. We went through the same thing, the same procedure, he'll have the same stories that I kind of have of the way he was treated as well. He's obviously at SC Dons, and a lot of the boys are all like guys that I respect and
Oh, is that the play that he's on about earlier?
No.
I've cracked it, people. I've cracked it.
It's not. You'll see. It's not. There is a player there. And a lot bigger player than Malachi, Mr. Robertson. Trust me, a lot bigger player that was more rated at SC Dons than him.
Still there now?
I'm not going to say too much, but yeah.
I think I know.
But anyway, so I have a good relationship and Don Strapsy as well. Like, I actually respect a lot of what he does. I respect the whole ethos. All of them, the whole. I got a lot of time for them. They know that. If you watch the videos as well when we play against each other, they'll say the same thing. We have mutual respect. Like.
So would you sign for them then? Because now the Wall's no longer. Look, I'm just playing. Look, I'm the black Fabrizio Romano in Sunday League. Yeah, some people might say I'm the Sunday League Shannon Sharp. What are you looking round for, boy? Look, the camera's there. You know where the camera is.
I'm gonna say there's conversations being had, but
ooh, exclusive.
But we don't know yet. There's a new management. Obviously, Kingy's he's just stepped down. There's a lot of changes. I'm being told at SC Don. So there may not be space for me. I may not be. And like I said, I'm coming to the end. So
Don Cecil, you know.
And the answer spoke about it before. How
did I not even put the? But
I'm not listening. The Wall, they not listen. That's my. I know it's done now.
The Wall's no
I know,
longer.
but listen. And again, like I said, they might be going down a different path. SC Dons that may not suit me. I don't know, but I would entertain.
Non-league, yeah.
I would entertain.
Non-league, yeah.
No, I'd entertain.
You can do a bit in non-league as well.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not as good. Trust me, I'm not as good as what I used to.
Don Cecil, oh man.
But big them up. SC Dons, like you said, I didn't want to say pioneer because there's going to be people that have obviously done it before them. But what they've done in the YouTube space and
people take it to the next level. I mean, look, we always say Palmer's is a pioneer in the scene, you know, big up Smith, he started that, and then obviously SC Dons took it to the next level. Hashtag was in there. Rising Ballers, I would say pioneers in terms of where they've taken things to.
Baiteze are doing amazing things.
So there's all, you can use the word pioneer for a lot of these teams.
I actually think that my heart says everyone deserves more than what they're getting.
Yeah.
In a sense of they deserve more views, they deserve more monetization, they deserve more brand opportunities. Yeah. And the reason why I say this is because they get good views, they got a good following, and they've got a loyal following, but it should be bigger. I think YouTube football should be elevated. I know we're trying to do it at the SFL. I know all of that, but I worked on a Sidemen charity match.
Yeah,
brother, I can't tell you what. Just seeing that and being part of it, the reach, and I know it's not Sunday League, but it's a YouTube football match.
Yeah,
and it transcended.
Even the
football.
other day,
Beta versus AMP. It's transcended. The game they did it in Qatar as well. The Chunks and they all did that as well. Like, there should be more love to these teams. There should be more eyes on it. There should be more respect for, because at the end of the day, it's not just like they've been doing it. It's not like a flash in the pan thing. They've been doing it for a long time, building their audience. I want more for them.
Yeah.
Because I just think YouTube football is so insane. I think the storylines. I think what it could be done. I think brands need to put more money behind it. I think production companies need to take it more serious. Because I just maybe because I'm a bit butthurt that the Wall FC have finished now.
Yeah.
That I see it kind of not declining, but I just feel like we're at a limbo here where but it needs to go to another level.
Because you were at that you were that team just, I would say, below SC Dons and Baiteze as well.
We had sport. We were going in the right direction.
And it was good because it was another team to watch out for. You know, you look out for SC Dons, Baiteze, under the radar, but then the Wall came in and they had a different approach to how they make content and all the rest of it now, and it's just a shame that
it is a shame, and it's unbelievable. We went to Newcastle, me, Robbie, and Lee, Judge, and Julian for Newcastle versus Arsenal, and a guy stopped me, and I was like, "Oh, you're an Arsenal fan?" Like, because we went out, and it was actually at a kebab shop at like 3 a.m. and he was like, "No, I'm not gonna do the accent because I know the accents," but he was like, "No, I watched The Wall." He was like, "Oh, big up Robbie and that, but I watched The Wall." He's like, "I'm a big fan." I said, "Bruv, like." And I know this, like, don't get me wrong, a man gets, like, thanks to God and that, like, I get stopped almost everywhere I go now, but to be stopped for the Wall was something different, and all the way in Newcastle, and I know SC Dons get stopped around the world. I know how big it is, like, and I know that feeling. Like, I get the same feeling through AFTV and other companies and TikTok channels that I work for. But that just shows like there's an audience and there's love. There's people that tune in, and that guy that stopped me knew everything about each player, and I was like, raw, like. There's nothing more rewarding than that. So I just think it's a shame, but I also think like more can be done because they have impact, these clubs, these YouTube teams. And I think that even like you just meant to say, under the radar, UTR, like teams like that, because of money and that they've made it big, but there should be more. These people have their own stories. A lot of these players they've had their own careers. Like what you're doing now, getting information from me about my career. There's so many players in Sunday League football that have unbelievable careers. There's so many. There's so many, man. There's so many stories.
I'm gonna play another game with you. It's called Sunday League Pick a Side. I'm gonna say 2 players.
Yeah. And
you gotta pick one or the other. All right?
Okay, let's hope I have my knowledge of these are good enough.
No, you'll know these. Right, so the first one, or the first 2, Big G or Nathan?
Ooh. In their prime or not? Or just now? Because the reason why, because I think now Nathan, I think Big G's not stepped down, but I don't think he's as, I don't know, I feel like he's not as good as he used to be.
Okay.
Personally, that's just me. Big G, I think he's a quality player. Doing a lot of charity matches and that. He's a very renowned Sunday League or presence in the space.
Yeah.
But Nathan's actually a very good goalkeeper, like ball at his feet. I think everything. I think Nathan's a very young, he's young as well, he's up and coming, but I think he's a very, very, very good goalkeeper. So when it comes to actual who I'd want in my sticks, I'd put Nathan in there.
Okay. Zeps or Josh Asude?
Good one. Josh, very good, but Zeps is, I'm biased. I am biased. I've seen Zeps miss the target a lot and get very angry at him, but he is a big game player. And I'm biased, man. He was my main striker partner. And like I said, when the Wall were at the best with everyone in the team, as much as I played out on the wing at times, Zeps is in there and he's up there, so Zeps for me.
Oh, okay. Sean or Tommy from Baiteze? I'm not making this easy on you, mate.
You're not, because really, listen, I get it, people. The answer is Tommy, really, for what he's achieved and how good and what they've done and how good that Baiteze team is. But Sean, what I said bro, she understands the game so well. Her research of other teams and how to beat them. There's times where at half time we come in to the dressing room and we're either losing or drawing, and every player is just like, Sean, tell us, how do we win this game? And what she says, we win. So, and there's things where she'll say before the game, if you do this, you'll win the game. I remember we played Lambeth All-Stars. Lambeth All-Stars. That was when...
She badly wanted to win that game.
Bad.
Yeah.
That was also one of my best games. Bass was in the team, and she basically just said, like, before the game, obviously she knows them, she was there before, so she knows them very well. But that meant the world to her, that game. But she had the game plan to lock it off. And that team was a very good last side. But she knew how to beat them. And I defended more than I attacked that game. I had a very good game. But she said, listen, you have to watch Bass, you have to track back, you have to... Everything she said, we won the game. So the answer is Tommy on the outside. Viewers will say Tommy as well from what he's won. But I'm telling you, my experience with Sean, she's one of the best coaches. She wins everything for me. And big up Sean, man. She's doing amazing things. And again, more eyes should be on this field, Sunday League, non-league, the YouTube space. She deserves more credit for what she does as well. Okay. For commentary, we're going with Jay or Strapsy? No, Strapsy's sick. Sorry, Jay. Strapsy's so good. Strapsy's so good. And again, he's a rapper, innit? So he's so good. He has things like the duck and waffle. Like, he has things that we some things don't need commentary. Like that is iconic. Yeah. So, sorry, Jay. Like, big you up, my captain. playing wise, you obviously better than Strapsy, but when it comes to commentary, he's a goat.
Even when I used to watch the Wall, I hear a lot of SC Dons and Don Strapsy in what you're saying.
Yeah.
So again, it's like paying homage to the GOAT.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if Jay will be. I think he'll be fine to admit that as well. I hope he would be, because that is entertaining. It's engagement commentary. Like, it keeps you entertained. Some things don't need commentary. When I hear that, bro,
you know you're going to be watching the madness. Like,
you're going to see a madness.
It's teeing you up for something.
It actually happened against us, one of our games.
Oh,
the last minute. Yeah, Green. I think it was Greeny. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he hit that last minute. Anyway, but yeah, we don't want to talk about those.
Next one. Chan or Imed from Baiteze?
Chan's a really good footballer. I don't think I remember what Imed plays like. I'll be real, but if he's
won the London Cup, mate.
Then yeah, if he's a constant in that Baiteze side, then
captain as well.
Then yeah, then it has to be him. If it comes to, and obviously I know Chan very well, but Chan sadly he wasn't in the side much towards the end of the Wall days. I don't know why. But he's a very good player, Also a body double as well, but.
So you're going in with it, basically?
I'm gonna go with him. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Baiteze guy, because it makes sense.
Sace or Marth?
Marth from UTR.
Yeah.
Marth's good, man. Sace is also very good. Do I have to give an answer on this one?
Yeah, come on,
I'm in the middle.
Come on, Cecil.
I'm in the middle.
You're not sitting on the fence on this one.
Sace's gonna hate me for this. I respect Sace, but Marth's UTR side has beaten us almost every time, and when they didn't beat us, Sace wasn't there. He came later, but it was Sedi that was taking over the team. So Marth is, and I hate Marth because every time I see him, he just laughs at me because he knows every time he's beaten us, I haven't been there, and then I played against them once, and they beat us, and I was there, and it annoyed me. But then I suppose I played in the last game and we beat them. But Marth. Okay.
You're gonna hate me for this one, but Percy or Albie from, well, he's playing at Hammersmith Town now, but he played at Rising Ballers and Lambeth All Stars before. Don't know if you remember him.
Don't really remember him. So, and Purcell's my best friend, so I have to go Purcell.
Fair enough.
I have to.
The Wizard, aka Chrissy Hubbard, or Manny.
Oh,
from UTR.
Oh, Manny's a good player.
I know. He can
Manny's
play,
a good player.
I don't know why he doesn't play more.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I thought it was a bit of YouTube hype. I just thought Manny was, and also he went to Crawley Town on trial with him and his brothers. I just thought it was just because he is who he is, but he's actually a good player. And hats off to him. They got a very good team, UTR. Oh my God, they've just taken from us as well.
Noddy.
Fucking.
Yeah, I saw that.
Noddy is sensational on the ball. That's a good one. Wizard or no? It's a good one because Wizard has had more longevity. He's a very respected player in non-league and YouTube football. But Manny's a very good player. What are we doing here? Who I'd prefer in a team? Who's going to play tomorrow?
Yeah, who would be in your team?
Sorry, Chris. And you know what? You support Spurs, so I shouldn't even say sorry. I'm going to go with Manny. But big up Hubbard. He stepped up in massive games and in big moments. So,
Last one. Cecil G or Nathan Palmer?
Oh, Palmer's a good player, man. Good player, very good player. But there's no way in God's green earth that I am ever going to not say my own name. And I am normally humble, crumble, bumble, but me, bruv, back yourself to the end, as much as I'm falling apart. And right now, is Nathan still playing? Because you see Cal play a lot up front as well. Is Palmer still like their main their main striker?
I would have welded the other day against Hatcham, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be honest, I need to check back into their content, because I checked out for a bit. Maybe because of the whole wall thing and I was hurt, but I'm going to check back in. But yeah, I'm going to obviously back myself, but big up Palmer, man. He scored some unbelievable goals at his time at SC Dons. But you never know, you might see us next season.
Oh no, strike force, yeah?
You never know.
Okay.
Be a very annoying strike. Us three, me, him, Cal as well. I don't know what Answer's doing, but as well, I don't know if he's come back from injury or whatnot, if he's playing still, but those will be if I was a back line, those three options would be a headache.
So what's next for you then?
Oh, I hate this question.
Come on, man.
In what sense? Like,
obviously we know where you're going to be playing next season, SC Dons.
No, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
In terms of work-wise, like you're killing it with AFTV, CONCACAF, you're flying here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, what's
he going to do, man?
There's a lot coming.
I want to see you in some charity games or some of these some of these YouTuber games, man. Get some real ballers out there.
No, I hear that. I know
you can do a bit. I know you must be watching that Baiteze score.
Yeah, it hurts me. I messaged Sharky as well. I was like, I did want to play. I'll be honest, I'm not afraid to admit, like, you know, sometimes man can be a slight beg and be like, yeah, I would love to be involved in that, because of course, but people that know me and watch me very close, like, I just want everyone to succeed. Like, I want everyone to do well. There's enough space in this scene for everyone to have a career. There's enough food at the table for everyone to eat. I don't have a hate or bone in my body. I'm not a jealous type. So if I don't play, I don't play. Like, it's not that deep. I'm very happy, Clint, honestly. Like, seeing you fly as well, like, and your content, and you get to so many games and what you do, and you cover people. What you even just covering games you do, you give people content for them to maybe find other clubs and stuff. Like, what you do is not looked at enough. And my main thing for this whole interview is everything needs more eyes and more respect and more flowers. I don't know why I'm in this era of my life, but I just think there's so much good going on. But
because you know what, you're happy.
Yeah, I just think more can be given to these people.
You've got over the hill of where you were before when you was 19, wanting to give up the game, and now, like you said, you're rubbing shoulders with players that are on our screens week in, week out, and you've got a fantastic gig. Like, you're happy, you're content. So again, of course you would want other people to have it. You're not trying to ring fence it to yourself, because I see that too many times where people just want to have it all to themselves. You're, like you said,
I've never been that. I've always wanted to help everyone, and people know. There's people that message me daily. I mean, I have a company called Talent Transfer where I mentor footballers that are being released into other careers, and a lot of them want to get into this field. So of course, like, that's not in me. But for me, like, next is there's a lot coming up, but AFTV's going on. There's pre-season tours happening. I'll be with AFTV. CONCACAF, they want, you know, Copa America's happening at the same time as the Euros. I'm currently sorting out a deal whether I go over and cover the Copa America with CONCACAF. The Euros are about to start. I've already been signed to host at a lot of venues in London, all the England games and other games. So my face is about, and like I said, like, I'm content with where I'm at. I'm happy, but it's about everyone else that's working extremely hard in this field to get their flowers and the eyes on them, hopefully earn a living, because that's what it's about, man. And we have the community, we have the culture here. I just want it to continue. But yeah, man, that's it. People always ask me, like, yeah, what you got coming up next? What's your goals? But I haven't really got that. I'm enjoying day to day what life throws at me.
It sounds like you've got enough on your plate, man. So,
yeah, man, it's good. Yeah. It's good. Appreciate
Cecil,
you,
bro.
My bro.
Appreciate it, man.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming down and thank you for, well, coming to, obviously it's not your club, coming to the stadium that I love and adore, but also coming to see, you know, where I work and having this conversation, because I think it's worthwhile. The season's done now. I like, you know, to talk on things, and I feel like I'm in that era now where I think, especially when it comes to grassroots, more needs to be done, but more needs to be seen. People always talk about more needs to be done and help the next generation, but there is actually a lot happening. A lot, whether that's mentivity, whether it's grassroots and foundations around it, the content being done, you following clubs and young players, all the YouTube channels. There needs to be more money put into it and more people giving it the respect it deserves. So that's how I want to leave it today.
Love that, man.
Big up.
Guys, if you like that content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow us both on all socials. I'll see you guys on in a bit.
Peace.